Nike has not done one thing to promote her. We have not seen any commercials, we have not seen any ads, we have not seen any Caitlin Clark merchandise. The fact that Nike did not capitalize on that, the fact that they are the biggest athletic sportswear brand in the world.
Picture this, you're Caitlin Clark, the hottest thing in women's basketball since, well, ever. Nike comes at you with a contract that's about as exciting as C-SPAN on a Tuesday night. $28 million over 8 years?
Nike struck absolute gold when they signed Caitlin Clark to an 8-year, $28 million endorsement deal. So why in the world are they ignoring her?
That's like being offered a ham sandwich when you were promised a 5-course meal. But just when you think all hope is lost, Adidas slides into your DMs like a smooth-talking politician at a fundraiser. They're waving $20 million in your face faster than Trump can tweet fake news. It's like watching David take on Goliath if David was wearing some sick new kicks and Goliath was too busy counting his money to notice. Do you recall when Nike signed Caitlin Clark and felt it was a brilliant move? The truth is that they're as intelligent as a bunch of rocks in Air Jordans. At first glance, Nike's $28 million 80-year agreement with Clark appeared to be a no-brainer. They bumbled it up so badly it was like Grumpy Trumpy reading from a teleprompter. In the first place, Nike was late with the release of Clark's signature sneaker. Showing up to a child's birthday with a partially baked potato is the same as promising them a birthday cake. As if waiting for a bus that never comes, Nike sits on its hands while Clark shatters records left and right, making buckets rain like it's monsoon season. As far as record-breaking performances go, Clark has been illuminating scoreboards at a rate that outpaces the appeals filed by Trump's legal team. Yet Nike's advertising is noticeably absent. Little insects. It's as if they signed her, but then completely disregarded her. At the same time, Nike is plastering LeBron James's face on billboards all the way to Timbuktu whenever he sneezes.
LeBron, when he came into the league and there was so much hype around him, he also was somebody who signed a $100+ million, his contract.
Hold just a second, things are about to become even worse. Nike is poised to pay a heavy price for its gaffe. Not only is it poor business, but it may constitute a violation of contract if they do nothing. It's true, everyone. According to the results of a lie detector test, Nike could be in much more trouble than Donnie Diapers. They have effectively let Clark off the hook by not following through on their pledges and under-promoting her.
And we didn't hear a peep out of them the entire season. It truly makes me wonder, like, if I were Caitlin Clark's management, and again, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
Let us now draw parallels to the way Nike handles their prize player, LeBron. Nike makes every speech by King James a national holiday, his namesake footwear, apparel lines, and if they could pull it off, his likeness on the moon are all his. And Clark, the odds of her citing Bigfoot are higher than those of her own Nike advertisement.
Hundreds of millions of dollar contract with Nike coming out of high school. LeBron had a shoe going into his first season. They didn't skip a beat.
At the very moment that you believed Nike had stumbled more than Trump attempting to spell Covfeef, Adidas appears on stage left. $20 million, isn't that sweet? According to rumors, Adidas is allegedly putting that type of money at Clark. The Benjamins aren't the only ones with a stake though. Sneaky as it is, Adidas' strategy makes Nixon appear foolish. Yes, it is correct. A deal sweeter than Donnie's hairspray swooped down from Adidas as Nike wasted no time treating Clark like a bench warmer. The total amount is $20 million spread out over 4 years, or $5 million annually. That's twice as much as what Nike was giving out. It's as if Adidas scrounged up Nike's playbook and decided to give it a better run. But unlike Trump, Adidas isn't only showering Clark with cash whenever he has a tantrum. They're giving her a signature sneaker, which Nike clearly didn't care enough to provide. Are you kidding me? Even though she was the most talked about player in women's basketball, Nike still wouldn't even consider releasing a sneaker featuring her name.
Nike has not done one thing to promote her. We have not seen any commercials, we have not seen any ads, we have not seen any Caitlin Clark merchandise.
In the meanwhile, Adidas is getting set to plaster Clark's visage all over its shoes. Now listen up, Adidas has this little hidden weapon that makes Nike look like they're playing a game of checkers while Adidas are actually playing a game of 4D chess. Specifically in Europe, they hope to make Clark a household name around the world. They seem to be asking, America? It's adorable. Clark will become more powerful than the European Union. The rise to fame of Adidas athletes has often outpaced Trump's ability to tweet fake news. Were James Harden and Damian Lillard not mentioned then? These individuals were turned into superstars by Adidas. They want to take it a step further with Clark and do it on a worldwide basis. Get ready for a wild ride in your footwear, since the contract situation involving Clark is as twisty as Trump's hairstyle during a windstorm. Have you ever considered the possibility that she may leave Nike as quickly as you can say, just do it?
Phenomenal things in the WNBA. They did phenomenal things for women's basketball that should have been appreciated, but nevertheless were not.
Nike is going to be more nervous than Grumpy Trumpy in a spelling bee because of a concealed weapon in Clark's contract. This legal loophole is known as a breach clause, and it serves as a kind of immunity in the realm of sports. Clark may say goodbye to the swoosh without fear of being sued to oblivion if Nike fails to fulfill their promise. Here though, things start to become juicy, with ketchup of course, like a Trump steak. Nike has been more careless with their announcements than Donnie Diapers with his facts.
You were one of them who also tried to create a picture around Caitlyn that the league was against her.
They said they would give Clark a signature shoe, but she has received absolutely nothing. Imagine placing an order for a Big Mac and receiving nothing but the packaging. The fact that Clark treats Adidas like they're the ship's final hope is understandable. Changing your shoelaces from Nike to Adidas isn't quite a sock swap. More drama than a Thanksgiving dinner with the Trump family is in store. As we speak, Nike's legal team is likely preparing for a fight messier than a Mar-a-Lago mud wrestling bout by sharpening their pencils. However, Clark possesses an advantage that could cause Nike to regret their expensive footwear. The worst part is that Clark may be leaving for Europe before Trump can say witch hunt. Why? Reason being, European law actually allows athletes to wear multiple brands without fear of legal repercussion.
Fact that Nike did not capitalize on that, the fact that they are the biggest athletic sportswear brand in the world.
In shoe terms, it's the same as transitioning from a totalitarian regime to a democratic one. It is possible that Clark is laughing all the way to the bank while donning Adidas on the court and Nike off the court. Put aside bidets from Europe for a while. There's more to Clark's contract instability than simply plush seats and high-end shoes. It might kick off a domino effect that completely changes the landscape of women's sports. Just how? The assist of the century might very well have been Nike's gaffe. Attention everyone, this is about more than just a contract issue. The marketing of women's sports is undergoing a dramatic shift right now. When compared to male athletes, female athletes have historically gotten fewer endorsement deals. Everyone looks like a man in a suit, and it's as if they've been playing Monopoly the whole time. And the tide will turn on Clark's predicament more quickly than Trump can say "Kofif" on Twitter. The issue here goes beyond the plight of a single basketball player. The goal is to demonstrate a fresh approach to the way brands perceive and support female athletes. Rather of being seen as mere marketing props, picture a world where female athletes are acknowledged for the superstars they truly are. Let that sink in. Why shouldn't other women be able to take advantage of Clark's talent and land a $20 million deal with Adidas, like Domino's, but with multi-million-dollar contracts instead of small tiles? As soon as the next big female athlete becomes available, every brand will be racing to be the first to sign her. The WNBA should also be included. Maybe this will finally make them pay their athletes what they're really worth. Forget about doing odd jobs or going abroad to play music. One day, WNBA players may earn the same as NBA players. Absurd, isn't it? Similar to Trump's hairstyle in a wind tunnel in terms of craziness. The real sting, though, is that this whole fiasco may be beneficial for women's sports. Indeed, what you heard was accurate. The increased competition among brands to sign female athletes could be a result of all this controversy. Do you understand the significance of competition, increased visibility, better offers, and perhaps even admiration? Like when different fast food establishments compete to offer the best chicken sandwich. Everyone wins except for our arteries, of course.